Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I have a guest here. I think it's not the first time that we are meeting or the first time that you are seeing him, or unless maybe you are a new subscriber. But for those who have been here, people like Jefferson Siringa, LB254, JB, you've seen him, and we've been having him here. But I just want to give him time to at least some 1 or 2 minutes to introduce himself, tell us who he is, and then we come back so we can jump into our discussion. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Sante, it is always a pleasure to be here. Now, my name is Kevin Chemiat. Others call me Chemiat Arab Chemoet, and which I agree because it's also my name. Chemiat is professionally a teacher.
Okay.
Chemiat is a farmer. Chemiat is a businessman. Chemiat is a climate change and environmental champion. And above all, Chemiat is a father.
So you are playing 6 roles in one.
And I wish I did more.
Okay, that's very nice. Now, because I was,
in fact, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
I'm also a political analyst.
I was wondering where you wanted to leave that.
Yes.
But no, because of what I wanted to focus on, talk about a lot of things. I just want us to go direct to our discussion. I think the last time we were with you, we talked about Raila Odinga'S demise immediately after he had died, and we were talking about now the way forward after Raila Odinga'S death and all that.
Yes.
And actually, majority of the things, or most of the things that we talked about, we are seeing them happening right now. But I just want us to talk about this. Right now, we have got 3 parties in ODM. The first party is supporting William Samoei Ruto, whereby they are saying that they were left in the government with the broad-based government to Raila Odinga. That is, let me just mention, but we have got General Mohammed, Gladys Wanga, we have got Peter Kaluma, John Mbadi, Opio Wandai, and Ali Hassan Joho. And again, we also have another group of people who are saying that Raila never left them in the government. In fact, Raila never said that they are going to support William Ruto up to past 2027. That is, we have got Edwin Sifuna. In fact, Winnie Odinga has also joined the crew. We have got people like Babu Wino. And the third group is the group of people who, in fact, they're just there. Now, these are the group of old, I normally call them old folks, people who are just there. They don't care whether ODM will continue or not, because they are in their last, they're like the last kick of a donkey. So, what is your take concerning all these 3 scenarios?
Firstly, let me tell you, I think when we last talked on this show, I told you that this was going to happen. And what is happening here, in as much as it is infelicitous, it is what I expected.
Okay.
And I told you that there was going to be a lot of political realignments. This is as a result of the void, the vacuum that has been left by the late Honorable Raila. You know, I told you that Swahili say mti mkuu ukianguka wana wa ndege huyumba. So that is what is happening. The vacuum that has been left after Raila Odinga's leadership. Remember, he has led the party for nearly, actually 20 years. So that one tells you that, you know, whenever there was a problem, whenever the party needed a direction, he was there. These very individuals you are mentioning here relied on him for direction, and he would give. So that he is not there, we are missing his services in town as a party. Before we can miss it as a people, we are missing his leadership
the person himself,
as a party. Because, you know, he had built his support so much that whoever went against his word in areas where he controlled, he was very popular, could possibly lose, and he controlled the better part of the country. And that is why we said that he was the politics of this country, because the country was drawn into either for or against Raila. Ever in whatever region, it is either you are for Raila or against him. So it was all about him. He was the Kenyan politics. So that he is not there, we must feel it. And this is the first indication. In fact, this is just the beginning.
So this one is just the beginning.
This is just
wait and we expect more of this.
These people are going to sleep. To split.
Yeah, to split. Yeah.
There is. The factions in the party. We talk about those people who are principled, like Raila himself. They could have drawn the prowess from the late himself, or they are naturally made that way. But remember, we are not cut from the same slack. There are those ones like his brother, Honorable Oburu, who is gullible, like I said before. They are individuals who can be enticed by anything. You read the body language, and in fact, I said it is unfortunate, because you read their body language, you understand that this one is just tailored. This person has been given some goodies and has been promised this, and is just enjoying. There are people who enjoy having a towel on their chest and eating some good meal. So when they are called to dinner tables, they will rush there. They are just vulnerable, and it is also unfortunate that the president is doing that. If at all you loved Raila Odinga, like you have said, like you are indicating, let his party be. At least the last thing you can do to this Mzee is show respect to what he believed through sweat and blood. He gave up so much to build that party, to have it stand through the test of times, and for that reason, I do not see why you would rush to split and destroy his party. If whatever you are move, you're going charm offensive and you making the party split, you killing the party, why do it if at all you loved and respected him? Let his party be. When the president says that he is one of the founding members of ODM, New Kweli, it is very true. He is one of the founding members of ODM. We are not disputing that. But again, let me ask you a question. If you are the founding member, did you leave the party? Yes. Ukitupa jongo, unatupa na mti. Let it be. You left the party. You cannot continue living in your past. For the 20 years Raila has been alive with his party, you have never worn his colors. Why again? What is happening right now that you can go and put on hats? Branded. That is not mourning the ODM. It is disrespecting the ODM party. And it is like when a king dies and you go sit on the throne and tell them, now I am here to help you. It is not that you are there to help them. You are there to take advantage. You are fishing in troubled waters, like I am saying. So to me, I believe whatever is happening here is an unfortunate thing, and ODM is really missing the leadership of the late Raila. And when you hear such people like Sifuna say that, the likes of Sifuna, Babu Wino, these other faction of Kina Caleb Amisi, Winnie, and in fact I like the direction Winnie is taking. It shows that there is more than catches the eye when family matters and the party matters are considered. But also I love that she shown actually qualities of the late, having to be one person who will stand on whatever. And Raila himself many a times reiterated and insisted that whatever they had was not a political pact. Where do we originate the broad-based government? We got it from Mandamano. Raila leading the opposition to the streets. They claimed that it was issue-based, and now the government, because it was so much troubled by the Mandamanos, was asking, please come, let's now talk, let us be on the table, let us look at where the rain is beating us. And ODM tabled their reasons as to why they were going to the streets. So when they tabled their reasons, they said these are our demands. We want the government to do this because we are not going to the streets for ourselves as leaders, for the Mwananchi. We want you as the government to do A, B, C, D, E. Were they 14 or 10?
10-point agenda.
The 10-point agenda. So they gave that one. I do not see how. In fact, tell me, in the 10-point agenda that ODM gave, the demands that ODM gave, that formed the broad-based government, where was this celebration, the 20-year celebration
that
of the
Ruto
party
should attend.
that Ruto should attend? Where in that broad-based agreement did we see that Ruto should wear the ODM colors on his whatever? That is disrespectful. It is fishing in troubled waters, and I'm saying this in as much as he's my president. You know, at the end of the day, we do not have another one. That is very wrong coming from him. If at all you respected the late is party B. That is my point.
So right now I want to, in 2 minutes, maybe 1 or 2, do you really think that ODM is going to thrive once again?
I don't think so, because it's like ODM was built around Raila's leadership, because at the end of the day, the people who are seemingly looking stern, they are people who have got a firm stance, people who like stand on their words, and they are not backing down, are the young ones. They are the young tats, the younger politicians, the younger generation. You talk about Caleb Amisi, you talk about Babu, you talk about is it Winnie? You talk about you know, the likes, Sifuna. So these people might be in a direction that is favored by the majority. The public actually feels like Sifuna, Babu and the likes are the leadership we need to embrace when it comes to the party politics. But now, when it comes to the in-house power, the deep state of the party, the gullible individuals like Oburu might be able to push the likes of Sifuna out of the party. And it's an unfortunate situation, but I foresee that one happening. I believe, I do not see them making it beyond a certain point. And you know, the president in his position can be able to promise a lot of things, and we can imagine what some of these members have been promised to be able to speak like the way they are speaking, chant the song of the opposition and what have you. So that one tells you we still expect changes, we still expect realignments, but whatever come may, I'm pleading with government to let ODM be.
Do you really think that the statement that was made by Winnie Odinga on Saturday, that ODM, in fact, was it? I think it was on Saturday, if I'm not wrong, where Winnie Odinga said that the issue of the broad-based government should be reconsidered because Raila is the one that formed the broad-based government, but now is no more.
Thank you. You know, it is revolving around his leadership. He understood. You know, let me tell you, Raila was the type of a person who had stance, very hard stance, in fact. You could promise him whatever, but if he's formed about an idea, he could be stubborn. And you know, it is positively, it was something that worked for him. So for that reason, you could promise, give him the goodies, do what. He was not somebody to be enticed. We know that he controlled some bit of wealth, you know. So these other individuals are the type of a person who will be, you know, and all that. Yes, they can be enticed very easily and swayed, you know. And somebody like Oburu is a subservient individual. If I can find the right time, a subservient individual, I believe, is the type, and that is why Ruto is using him, because being subservient makes him a supplicant. So Ruto knows that once he has him on his side, and that is why the majority of people and members of the party feel like appointing the next party leader was a bit rushed. The party is here. It has been there for 20 years. Why? In fact, they appointed him even before the burial of the late. You know, it shows how greedy some individuals can be. What was the rush? The party is there, the structures are there. You just wait, stay calm, stay put. We are going to make these changes. When time comes, if you are a suitable candidate, we shall give you. And in fact, I do not see why we as a party they had to reward the family. It was not a family. ODM was not a family party. It was a party that belongs to the majority of Kenyans. In fact, considering that the ruling party to some extent with the issues surrounding the impeachment of the Honorable Rigiji, it tells you that the UDA was not as strong as when it was as during the elections, and that meant ODM was the largest and the biggest and most influential party that was remaining. The party has structures. You have to wait. It had deputy party leaders. So this guy was given, it was like a sympathy whatever, and you can feel a hand of non-ODM members in him being appointed. So I still dispute, and I am, those are some behaviors I detest. I believe they are queer. People need to sober up. People need to at least be honest to their cause, true to their cause. People need to learn that whatever they are doing is affecting a lot of people. You know, ODM is not a family party. So when Winnie indicates that, it shows that these people did not all agree. He just took advantage of a grieving family, and you know, they were vulnerable
because of the person again and all that.
Yes. So this means that this person is indicating that we did not all agree that you be given. It shows that there is wrangles within the family and also within the party, because in the party we have seen rifts and cracks. So I don't know what is going to happen, but I know that the party might not stand the test of time.